Number 11, Alyssa Mochan. Number 21, Danielle DeCosta. Number 24, Ali Navarrete. Number 25, Patience Taylor. The head coach of the Vulcans is David Kaneshiro, and he's assisted by Fred Collins. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Dixie State Trailblazers. Number 3, a freshman guard from Sandy, Utah. Number 3, Mariah Martin. A 5'7" freshman guard from American Fork, Utah. Number 4, Taylor Moriaki. A 5'11" freshman guard from Willard, Utah. Number 11, Kesley Stevenson. A 5'8" senior guard from Las Vegas, Nevada. Number 22, Maddie Bentley. And a 6'2" senior from Thatcher, Arizona. Number 42, Christian Baldwin. Trailblazers are coached by head coach J.D. Gustin. He's assisted by Nicole Yazzie, Deb Bennett, and Jonathan Long. The athletic trainer for tonight's contest is Kelly Hawai'i. Your officials for tonight's game, Steve Sawyer and Adam Tandy, and your lead official is Chris Petty. Get ready for some Trailblazer basketball. Your tip-off, sponsored by Forever Young, the official tour of Dixie State Athletics. Jordan, first team foul. Fans, it's time for the Boulevard Home Furnishings Mattress. And your winner, Sheila, the first person on the first team back. Also number 22, Hawai'i. Violation on Vulcan. Blazer ball. All right, folks, it's time to get on your feet, get up and dance. It's time for the Brooks Dance Camp. State on-campus housing and resident life department, proud sponsor of DC State Athletics. Students living in on-campus housing enjoy a fun, safe, and active experience supporting of student success. DC State Housing. first team foul. At the line, Hawai'i, number 1. Traveling violation, Bolton ball. Shot clock violation, Blazer ball. Blazer ball. Stevenson. Traveling violation, Blazer ball. And it's time for our Dress Like a Trailblazer relay race, sponsored by Hungry Howard. Contestants will put on...
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. there is a place.
Basket is good. At the line, shooting one, Tromina Jordan. shooting two, Ashley Burge. Not ready for two. Timeout. Taken by the Trailblazers.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Wait. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did cats go on vacation? New York.
Where do you find the titans of classical music in St. George? Classical music on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM. Where do you find the legends of jazz? Evenings on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden T holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to our set here of Talking Point Live. We're just getting ready to shoot our show, but we thought we'd put out a little bit of a promotion so you know when this is going to be rebroadcast.
Right. You can find us at 9:30,
12:30.
4:30.
Sorry. Did I step on you? I'm always stepping on you.
You are.
Tune in and watch me step on Jen Moore. On Talking
Or
Point Live.
attempt to, anyway.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So,
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. on St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
There is a place where young and old make connections, where kids feel like grown-ups, and grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal, and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is a place.
Are we good? Yeah. There we are. Hi, I'm Eric Young.
And I'm Jennifer Kohler.
And this is, we're coming to you right before our show that we go live with Talking Point Live. And we just wanted to tell you to make sure you join us Wednesdays at 9:30, live coming to you from the studios of the CEC here on the campus of Dixie State University.
Yeah, and you can catch the rebroadcast at 9:30 when we're not live, and 12:30 and 4:30. Daily, weekly.
Daily? This is like way too much.
Yeah.
I think. But just in case you got something better to do,
yeah,
there's all those times you can catch it as well. Also, you can catch us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/TalkingPointLive and on the CEC YouTube channel. All right, see you there.
We're basically very catchable.
Well, you are.
Left in halftime, and we'll give you an up-to-date score from our other sports and baseball going on right now over at Brucehurst Field, where they've been off to a rocky start. Not exactly the ideal start you would want if you are our baseball team, and splitting there 2-2 so far. And, you know, everyone expected them to do a lot better. You know, nationally ranked number 15, it's still 2-2. Well, I'm not up to date. I'm not updated. It's still 2-2 online, so that is not up to date. So if you want to go check out our baseball team, they are still going on over at Brucehurst Field, and our softball team scores have not come in as well, but as soon as I get those, I will make sure to tell you. For those of you just joining us, we are now on CEC television as well, so if you are at home listening and you want to watch it, channel 9, I think it's channel 22 on TDS, and you can watch the game with my commentary. Isn't that great? And that's the best thing about this job. So many experiences. I'm sure you've heard the commercials that this is a student-run radio station, and in fact it is. You know, we do have a professor, you know, he does guide us in the way, but this is completely student-run. The shows are all student-run. And Sean does do the morning shows Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. So he is in charge of that, but everything else is up to us, the students. And, you know, I like to think we do a pretty great job here at Radio Dixie 91.3. So if you do come into the Burns Arena, we do have the little, you know, golf cart that says Radio Dixie on it. If anytime that cart is out there, we are live and on the air. So if you know somebody that wants to get a hold of the game or wants to tune in but isn't able to, you can listen live on Radio Dixie 91.3, or if you don't have a radio, you can always download the TuneIn app and type in KXDS Radio Dixie 91.3. If you have family members outside of the area that may want to listen, they can. It's not impossible. So always happy to provide the best commentary that I can do as an aspiring broadcaster and make sure that everybody is up to date. And tomorrow we are going to be live. We're going to be live over at Carl Brooks Field. 12:30 is the first pitch, and it's going to be our Lady Trailblazers on the softball diamond. And can't wait to look forward to that one as a Sunday afternoon game concluding their Easton Classic tournament. And looking forward to that one. 4:20 left here until the third quarter is underway. And some of the leaders coming into this game for the Vulcans, of course, Navarrete, I mentioned earlier, 15.4 points per game. And she has 14 here in the first half. So she is going to go well over her season average. And somebody that is not traveled with the team today is Sophia Shaiki, I think. Excuse me for the mispronunciation, but she has not traveled with the team. She is the second leading scorer with 13.4 points per game. And then Danielle DaCosta averaging 9.6. And another player that didn't travel, Kim Schmelz, with 9 points per game. So 2 out of their 4 leading scorers not here tonight. And Kaneshiro having to work with what he has, as he did only bring 4 or 7 players. So 2 on the bench for the Vulcans, and that's got to be tiring. I will say that has to be tiring if you are the Vulcans. Constantly switching every minute or two. Everyone's getting touches on the ball. Everyone's getting playing time. For the game, the minutes are 18, 14, 12, 16, 18, 13, and 9. So everybody's averaging around the same. And Mariah Martin has 14, and she's played the most for the Trailblazers. So a big difference when you're at home versus when you're on the road. And following tonight's game, I won't be on the call next week, Saturday, February 17th. It is my birthday, so I'm going to have that day off. They do play against Hawai'i Pacific again. Right here in the Burns Arena. So if we do get somebody on the call, I'll try and let you know as soon as I can on Monday, when I'll be at the Guarantee Sports Corner. I came up with a name for the show. So Monday at 10 a.m., I will be right here on 91.3. And I will let you know if we are going to have somebody here at the game for next week, Saturday's game against Hawai'i Pacific. And following that game, there is a game on February 19th. And that will also be right here at the Burns Arena against Holy Names. So a 3-game homestand after coming back from Hawaii and dropping 2. It has been an up and down season for Coach Gustin and his girls all season long. However, a big improvement over last year. For those of you that are not aware of the journey that Coach Gustin and his team have been on, last year they finished 5-21 overall. This year they are 10-10. So they have already doubled up their wins from last season. Obviously getting the 4 big recruits that Coach Gustin went out and got. And among them, of course, Mariah Martin, Taylor Moyaki, Kesley Stevenson, and the 4th being Morgan Myers. And Morgan Myers, she may not get the minutes that the other 3 freshmen get, but when she goes out there, she plays hard. She is playing the best defense on the team, and she is always up in somebody else's face, and she is always making a presence for herself. Sometimes I feel like she may be angry. And, the look on her face when she plays defense is something that I wouldn't want to go up against if I was playing on her. And we are underway here in the third quarter. And Moyaki down low and spinning around and up in the back on the backboard. And this one is going to be off the hands of Kristen Baldwin and going to be a Vulcan ball. And getting double teamed is Shimizu, and over to DaCosta and back over to Mo Chan. And this one's going to be dished in down low, but a steal from Moyaki. And Moyaki over to Ventling, down low to Martine. And Martine inside to Baldwin, gets her own rebound again, but gets fouled on the second attempt up. And it looks like the foul is going to be against Patience Taylor. And that's going to be her second personal, first team foul. 40 seconds into the third quarter, and Baldwin is going to the line. And that first one off the backboard doesn't fall. And on the CEC replay, you see right there, she does get that second attempt, but unable to capitalize. And this one's going to toilet bowl in and out. And it looks like that one got last touched by the Trailblazers, and in come the Vulcans. And full court press already as Shimizu fights off the defender from Moyaki and over to Navarrete. And Mo Chan playing. This one's going to come back over to Shimizu. And bouncing it over to Taylor inside, and Navarrete inside with the ball, as she is their leading scorer with 14. Back outside over to Taylor, swinging it over. And Mo Chan trying to find some room, and 1 second, and this is going to be a shot clock violation. And great defensive effort from the Trailblazers as they were not giving up any sort of shot. And Moyaki dishes it back up and swings it over to Martine, and outside to Ventling. And Ventling inside over to Baldwin. This one's going to get knocked away by Navarrete, and Baldwin trying to get the steal. And Baldwin commits the foul. It's her first personal foul, first team foul. And Baldwin had her small case of talk to the ref saying she came over my back. And, you know, Navarrete may have came over the back, which is possibly what the refs are discussing right now. As Baldwin did commit a foul shortly after the ball was stolen. And that is first personal, first team foul. And DaCosta getting ready to inbound it over to Shimizu with the handles calling the play. No scoring yet in the third quarter, and Mo Chan with the ball, getting a screen, dishing it over to Taylor. And Taylor handing it off over to Shimizu again. Bounce passing it inside to Navarrete. Navarrete working on Ventling, and her shot doesn't go, and Baldwin with the rebound over to Martine, and quickly up to Moyaki. Back outside to Martine. Martine over to Ventling, swinging it around the horn, and Stevenson driving in, stops, passes it back out to Baldwin, and Baldwin going to look for that post move that she is so good at. Instead, passes it out to Moyaki, and this one's going to find Stevenson in the corner for three, and she nails it. Wide open, Kesley Stevenson, and the first time today the Trailblazers up by double digits, and that looked like it could have been a double dribble. Everyone on the Trailblazer bench thought it was, but wasn't, and Shimizu's shot goes up, and it looks like it's going to be an offensive foul. Didn't quite see who the foul was on. And it looks like it's going to be against Mo Chan. It looked like it was a charging foul. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout, and we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back right here on Radio Dixie 91.3 and CEC Television. Don't go anywhere. Hines Arena, where the Trailblazers find themselves up by 10 points here with 7.5 left here in the third quarter. As you see on CEC, Coach Gustin having final words to his team, trying to extend their lead and trying to put this one out of reach for the Vulcans. And I'm hoping for a blowout, but I mean, I'm a Trailblazer. I'm always going to hope for that. And Martine going to bring this one up. Martine spinning inside over to Moyaki, up on the backboard and in. Beautiful pass by Martine as she splits the two defenders and finds Moyaki inside the paint, and Shimizu outside over to Mo-chan. Mo-chan doesn't like it. This one's going to get swung around, going to find Navarrete. And Navarrete trying to get inside and will not. Back out over to Shimizu. And that's going to find Taylor over to Mo-chan. 6 on the shot clock. And Shimizu outside, not going to be able to get from the outside. And this one's going to try and go up. And that's going to be a shot clock violation again. And Martine bringing this one up. They're going to find Maddie Ventling wide open from 3 and drains it. All of a sudden, it has opened up 40-25 as the Trailblazers are on the roll. And DaCosta with it. Back over to Shimizu. Moyaki right there gets a screen. And Shimizu on by Baldwin. And this is going to find Taylor, and Taylor wasn't ready for it. And Moyaki going to get the steal and the pass over to Baldwin. And Moyaki with it. Martine, and it's going to find Stevenson for 3 again, and she drains it. Splash City out here. Look like the Golden State Warriors, just 3 after 3 after 3, extending their lead to 18. As Shimizu passing it over to DaCosta, and DaCosta going to find Mo-chan again. DaCosta swinging it in the middle over to Shimizu, and Shimizu's shot looked like it was going in. It was the right shot, but didn't fall, and Moyaki going to bring this one up. Inside over to Baldwin, and Baldwin easy layup, and 45-25, and Coach Kaneshiro upset as it was just a 10-point game 2 minutes ago, and it has blown away up to 20 points with 5:34 left here in the third quarter. Dixie State leads by 20. We'll be back in 25 seconds right here on Radio Dixie 91.3 and CEC Television.
Your winning seat, Section 102, seat H16. You're in H16. There's our lucky winner. Remember to come to the Pizza
Arena, where the Trailblazers have run away with this one, but it's not over. As we infamously said that last night, where our baseball team nearly lost an 8-1 lead in the top of the 9th inning. So this one is not over. There's way too much time left, but it is 45-25 in favor of your own Trailblazers, where we've had a couple of threes, a couple of steals, a couple of inside passes, and it has just been beautiful. If you're a Trailblazer fan, and it has been a nightmare if you are from Hawai'i, Hilo, or from the islands for that matter. And we are back in action. And full court press. And this one's going to be stolen. No, it's not. It's going around. It's going back and forth. And this one is last touched by Mila Lee. And this one is going to be a turnover as that one just bounced out of play. And a Trailblazer possession. Myers inbounds this one over to Moyaki. And over to Jordan. Jordan for 3, and she makes it. Everyone's just making threes here, and it is Splash City. And where has this been all season long? As Navarrete over to DaCosta. DaCosta, about a 15-footer, doesn't go. Burge with the rebound. It was a great look, nobody around, and Moeaki stopping it back up top to Burge and hands it off over to Moeaki. And this is going to be Burge driving inside, and that's going to be a travel call. And she knew it, and everybody else knew it. And substitution, Mo Chan comes back in for DaCosta. And 4:44 left on the clock in the third quarter. That's a 23-point game. And full court press gets broken as Shimizu gets the ball again inside over to Navarrete. And Navarrete working, but Burge right there stopping her. And this is going to find Jones back over to Navarrete. Navarrete head fakes, drives this one in off the backboard and in. Great play as she's up to 16 points now. And Jordan with the ball, and she's going to find Myers wide open for three, and hers is short. And Burge trying to make the effort to save this one in from going out of play. And this one is going to be Vulcan ball. 21-point game as the Trailblazers have come out firing in the third quarter with three. And we have a double team in the corner, finds Jones across the court. And Jones driving in. And it looks like this is going to be a foul on Moeaki, and that's her first personal, second team foul. And Martine checks in for Moeaki. Man, those two names are going to be so familiar with everybody in the basketball world. Martine and Moeaki. You know, and they are like M&Ms. You know, they go so well together, but yet they start together, but as the game goes on, they are not, you know, usually on the court at the same time. They both bring such high energy. And Richardson late to that one as Navarrete gets the contact and drops it in. And she gets an and one. She is up to 18 points now and trimming the lead to 19. And that foul will be Richardson's second personal foul, third team foul. As Navarrete sinks that one, and she's up to 19 points. 65% of her team's points. And a large contribution from her. And Jordan over in the corner, gets a screen from Richardson. Jordan driving, dishing it out over to Myers, back up top to Martine. Martine fires it, and it rolls in and out. Nearly goes in, trying to get another three-pointer. And the Vulcans are not defending the three-pointer well at all, as they've had at least 6 open three-pointer attempts in a row. And that's going to be Lee from the corner, and that's going to be short. And Martine trying to split the defenders and gets the contact, but is going to be called for the charge as she tried to do an up and over to the defender and does so, but charged on the way in. It did make the shot, though. So great concentration from Martine, and that's going to be her second personal, and they're up to 4 team fouls as the full court press once again gets broken. As Shimizu with the ball, trying to find someone to pass it to, and finds Jones. Jones being guarded closely by Myers, and Shimizu from 3, and that one's in. The beautiful arc on that shot, I will say. I had the perfect angle of it, and that one was going in from the start. And Burge with it up top, finds Stevenson, no. Taylor gets the steal. And Shimizu again. Shimizu wants to pass it to Taylor, doesn't get to. Jordan right there off the backboard, no good. And Burge with the rebound over to Martine. And trying to find Myers on the right side, but unable to get handle of that one. And that one goes out of play, and we have a couple substitutions, Maddie Ventley and Moeaki, as well as Baldwin, coming in for Burge, Myers, and Martine. 2:17 left here in the third quarter. Trailblazers up by 15 now, 48-33. As Lee going to find this one, gets maybe tipped by Baldwin, and she gets the defensive rebound, but this one's going to be a jump ball between Taylor and Stevenson. and the possession arrow going in the Vulcans' way. And it will be their ball. 2:02 left here in the third quarter. And Mo Chan inbounding this one over to Shimizu. He's going to find Mo Chan again. And calling the play is Mo Chan. Mo Chan from way beyond the arc, off the backboard and in as she drains this one. And now the lead is cut to 12. What was a 23-point lead now trimmed down to 12. As Moeaki's pass gets stolen by Mo Chan, and Mo Chan looking to drive this one in, and Stevenson comes up with a big block on that one, getting contact on her and then swatting it away. As the crowd was fired up for that one. And inbounding it is Shimizu over to Mo Chan. Mo Chan for three, and this one's going to go on top of the backboard and out of play. So a 23-point lead trimmed down to 12. So what seemed like the Trailblazers were just going to keep firing have been slowed down. Still up by 12, however, minute 27 left. And Moeaki with the ball. Swinging it over to Ventling. And Ventling thinking about it, swinging it over to Stevenson. Stevenson over to Jordan. Jordan back up top to Moeaki. Back over to Ventling. Ventling from three, and that's going to be long. Baldwin with the offensive rebound, passes back out to Jordan, over to Moeaki. And Moeaki inside and gets the contact, nearly gets it to fall. And that is going to be two shots from the charity strike. A lot of fast-paced passing going on, and that foul is going to be on Kailani Jones. That's her first personal, third team foul. And that one goes in, and that's only Moeaki's third point of the game as we look at our replay right here. Baldwin gets the rebound, pass it over to Moeaki, and Moeaki does get fouled. That one off the back iron, and that one doesn't go. Moeaki goes 1 for 2 from the line. And Ventling playing defense on her. Moeaki playing on Mo Chan. Mo Chan up top to Taylor, swings it back over to Shimizu. Shimizu down low over to Navarrete. Baldwin right there. Shimizu back up top over to Jones. Jones does a fake mid-range jumper. Doesn't go. Offensive board for Navarrete. And Navarrete passing it over to Shimizu, and Ventling's right there. And 25 seconds and counting here in quarter number 3, and Moeaki gets a hand on it, but goes out of play. 15 seconds on the shot clock, 22 for the game clock. And 49-36 is your score. And it looks like that's going to be an offensive foul. And that was on Taylor. And shot clock turned off, as it looks like Moeaki may hold on to the last shot for this one. As let's see what the Trailblazers have in store. As they try and go for another buzzer beater, possibly. And Jordan mid-range. Oh, it was a pass over to Baldwin. Baldwin gets her own board. Back out over to Stevenson. Moeaki at the buzzer. Nearly gets it, and it is not going to fall. After 3, the Trailblazers hold a lead of 49-36. And there is discussion going on in between the referees. Maybe a foul, and we'll wait to see. And it looks like it. 0.3 seconds are going to be on the shot clock. On the game clock, excuse me. And it looks like that foul is going to be a push-off from DaCosta. And it may look like there is some time. There are 0.3 seconds left. They're on the referee saying they were in the bonus, and there was a foul at the rebound, so that means Baldwin is going to the line. And it looks like Baldwin is going to the line off of that rebound. There's a lot of confusion. And that's going to be actually a foul on Taylor, and that's her 4th personal. And Baldwin going to the line. First one in. 50-36, extending the lead. The second one is up and good as well. And there's nothing they can do about that. And point 3 is off the clock, and that is officially the end of the third quarter, where they are up by 15 by a score of 51-36. And we'll be right back right here on Radio Dixie 91.3 and CEC Television. Stay here. Where the Trailblazers were up by 23 at one point, bringing it back down to 12 and then bringing it up a little back up to 15, and 51-36 is your score. On the call is myself, Guarantee James Guerin. We'd like to thank all of our listeners, whether it's on the TuneIn app, on the radio, or if you're watching on CEC TV channel 22. And it's going to be Moyaki, and it looks like it's going to be a 3-second violation on Baldwin. And this is going to be a Vulcan ball, full court press for the Trailblazers as they try and the travel call on Jones, and Stevenson was right there to make that one, and she knew from the start. And Martine handling over to Ventling, back over to Stevenson, and Martine with it again. A lot of switcheroos, and that's going to be a travel call. So back-to-back travel calls for both teams. And the Vulcans with the ball, full court press again. And Shimizu back up over to Mo-Chan. Martine right there. And Navarrete inside, it's going to roll, and it's going to fall in. She's up to 21 points now. What a game for her, as she has been the only offensive factor for the Vulcans tonight. More than half her team's points. Martine with the ball, outside over to Stevenson. Stevenson from beyond the arc, and that one's going to hit the backboard and fall into the hands of Mo-Chan. And Mo-Chan calling the play. 13-point game. Mo-Chan bounces it over to Shimizu. Shimizu back up top over to Navarrete. Navarrete over, and this one's getting swung over. 6 seconds on the shot clock. And it's a mid-range jumper, and that one's too long. And Martine had the rebound for a split second, but then turned, and Navarrete was right there. And possession arrow is going to be in favor of the Trailblazers this time. Oh, excuse me, it's going to be a Vulcan possession. Looks like the arrow switched back. And if you are not making your way towards the Burns Arena, do it. Because it is a whiteout. It is a whiteout for the men's game, who are starting shortly after the conclusion of this one. We won't be doing the men's game, so if you want to listen to the men's game, you can hop on over to ESPN 97.7, where Carrick Segmiller and Devin Dixon will be on the call as always. And the Vulcans able to get out of that corner trap, and Navarrete going to spin inside the paint, and off the backboard doesn't go, and Stevenson's right there with the rebound. Moyaki bringing this one back up. Dishing it out over to Jordan. Jordan driving, passing back out to Stevenson for three, and just too right of that one. It doesn't go. And Mo Chan with the ball again. And Mo Chan for three from beyond the arc, off the backboard and in. And all of a sudden, it is a 10-point ball game. And Moyaki over to Jordan. Back over to Stevenson, swinging it around. And Jordan with the ball again, trying to call the play. And Burge inside over to Jordan. And Jordan's going to get this one off the backboard. And Jordan up to 13, and Burge gets an assist. And that is Burge's first assist of the night. And Lee off the backboard and in, and we're going back and forth now. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Trailblazers lead 53-43. And it's going to be Ventling again to Jordan. Jordan back over to Ventling. Ventling down low over to Stevenson. And outside to Ventling again. Ventling inside gets the contact. Won't able to finish that one. And she is going to the line for two. And the foul against Sarah Shimizu. And that's her third personal foul. First team foul. And Ventling's first shot is going to bounce off the iron a couple of times, and it's going to fall. Bringing the lead up to 11. And Miley Richardson checking in for Kesley Stevenson. And Myers checking in.
First team foul. Foul number 21, Morgan Myers. Fourth personal. Second team foul. Fans earlier today, from Brucehurstville, Logan Porter with a two-run walk-off. Dixie State defeats Cal State, San Bernardino 4-2. And in the Easton Classic out at the Canyons, Dixie State softball beats Montana State Billings 14-4. And in the afternoon game over Chadron State 5-3.
Retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing. After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak. And I appreciated it very much, the attention that was given. My name is Julius Gaines, creative writer, poet, photographer. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
looking for that three, and I know they are, and there it is from Ventling, and she nails it. Making me look good out here as they extend their lead to 15 with 5:21 left here in the fourth quarter. And swinging it over is Jones. Jones from three, getting a little bit of her own three-point splash. Way to come back with a three of their own. And Ventling on Jones again. Ventling in the corner over to Martine. Martine back up top to Richardson. Richardson dribbling it in, and under the hook layup goes in off the backboard. 62-48 is the score right now. 4:48 left here in the fourth quarter. And Mo Chan with the ball, Ventling right there on her. And up top over to Navarrete. And Myers trying to get the steal on that one, and Costa kind of just threw her off, and Myers goes flying. And that's going to be her fifth foul, and she is done for the night. And with 4:31 left, there will be a timeout on the floor, and we'll take a timeout as well. 30 seconds right here on Radio Dixie 91.3 and CEC TV.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to our set here of Talking Point Live. We're just getting ready to shoot our show, but we thought we'd put out a little bit of a promotion so you know when this is going to be rebroadcast.
Right. You can find us at 9:30,
12:30.
4:30.
Sorry. Did I step on you? I'm always stepping on
You are.
Tune in and watch me step on Jen Moore. On Talking
Or
Point Live.
attempt to, anyway.
And welcome back to the Burns Arena, where the Trailblazers up by 14 points with 4:31 left here in the fourth quarter. Welcome back on CEC TV, on Radio Dixie 91.3, or on the TuneIn app, wherever you may listen or watch our broadcast. We all thank you for being a part of the Trailblazer community. In case you are making your way down, the men's basketball team, about 30 minutes after the ending of this game, and this one could turn out to be an exciting finish, where it is a 14-point game now, but it is a lot closer than what it seems like on the scoreboard, where both teams going back and forth at each other. And DaCosta inbound this one. Finds Shimizu. Shimizu outside over to Mo Chan. Mo Chan trying to move this one around, and that's going to find Navarrete. And DaCosta gets this one stolen from Martine. Martine up to Moyaki for the fast break. Fakes the first one up and in. And Moyaki has 5 points now, and extending the lead to 16. And Ventling playing on Shimizu. Over to Taylor. And Taylor finding Navarrete. Navarrete for three, and that's going to be an air ball. And this one's going to be going to the Trailblazers. And Martine with the ball over to Burge. Over to Moyaki. Back to Martine. And Richardson getting it. And that one's going to be long, no good. And Navarrete with the rebound, passing it up to Mo Chan. And bounce pass over to Taylor. Shimizu with it. Shimizu trying to break penetration, doesn't get to. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Navarrete going to go in off the rim, no good, and rebound for the Trailblazers. Martine hands it off over to Ventling. And this one's going to find Burge. Burge back over to Martine. Martine swinging it over to Moyaki. And you're going to find Richardson. Richardson spinning move in the post and gets it. lead back up to 18 points. A good move by Richardson. Full court press again, as they've been doing it all game long. And Taylor trying to throw this one in the middle, and this is going to be another fast break. Ventling up to Martine, and Martine drawing the foul. And she will go to the line for two for her first 2 shots from the charity stripe today. 66-48 is your score with 2:31 left here in quarter number 4. And Martine, first shot up and in as she gets her 5th point. As we look at our replay right here, it looked like she was trying to draw the foul. Instead of just going for the easy layup, she was looking for the contact on that one. And Martine's second shot, also good. And now the lead back up to 20. So is this where we see the Trailblazers put the foot to the pedal and absolutely run away with this one? We will see. And Taylor with the shot from 1 foot inside the 3. Doesn't go. Offensive rebound for Navarrete and gets fouled on the way up. And Martine doesn't like it. That is her 3rd personal foul. And they are in the bonus.
At the line, shooting 1, Ali Navarrete.
Navarrete, 23 points.
Fouls on number 3, Mariah Martine.
As Navarrete's shot rims in and out, doesn't get the and one opportunity, but has 23 points, leading both teams right now. And Martine over to Burge, and Burge back over to Martine. Martine looking, finds Ventling. Back up top to Martine, back down to Stevenson on top of the key. Finds Moyaki, swinging it over to Burge, back up top, and we're just swinging it around. And Ventling for 3, rims in and out. And it looks like that one's going to be off of Burge. And this one is going to be Vulcan ball. They wanted a foul on that one, but it looked like she was just going for the ball on that one and ran into, it looked like Mo Chan was right there. 1:43 and counting left here in quarter number 4, and this one is all but over as the Lady Trailblazers are up by 18 points, but the Vulcans still playing hard. And this one's going to go off the backboard, doesn't go. And this one's going to get stolen away as they get another opportunity from beyond the arc. Doesn't go, and Moyaki with the rebound. And going to slow things down here is Moyaki, and way to bounce back from a 2-game road losing streak as they came back home with a victory. And that's exactly what they needed to get back over 50%, over 500. And Moyaki splitting 2 defenders and shooting over a third to get that one to fall, and she's up to 7. 46 seconds and counting. No Chan looking. And this one's getting swung around the horn, trying to find Navarrete. And going to get split into Navarrete. She's going to go up, get fouled. And she's going to go to line for 2 more with 36.8 seconds left. That's Stevenson's first foul of the night. But the Trailblazers are in the bonus.
At the line, shooting 2, Ali Navarrete.
Navarrete up and in as the lead goes down to 19. Her second shot goes in too, so she's up to 25 points. 10 points above her season average. And the Trailblazers probably going to hold this one for as long as they can, and Martine quickly goes into the hole and gets fouled on the way up. And she will go to the line for 2. Foul is going to be on Shimizu. 27.7 left on the clock. It's her 4th personal, 4th team foul, and Martine's first one goes in. As we look at the replay right here, she just comes flying in from behind her. Martine able to make all 4 of her free throws tonight. This one, no shot clock, so could be final shot of the game or a quick one. And Shimizu passing it over to Navarrete, and this one is going to go out of play, and this one is going to be Trailblazer ball. And Martin with it, passing it over to Moyaki, who then fights off a defender, 6 seconds and counting. Stevenson with it, probably going to hold this one out, 1 second, and there it is. The Trailblazers coming back home, getting the victory by a score of 72-52. Post game coming up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 right here on Radio Dixie 91.3 and CEC TV.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
Welcome to the post-game show of the Lady Trailblazers, where they found themselves victorious by a score of 72-52. And this one was a rocky start for the Trailblazers, but they were able to stay in control and able to come away with the victory, ending a 2-game skid when they went to the island. So 11-12 on the year. And their next game, of course, next week, Saturday. And I will not be here on the call, but that one will be against Hawaii Pacific. 5:30 is the start, and the men to follow after. But man, what a game. The leading scorer was Tremina Jordan with 13 points, 5 for 8 from the field, 2 for 4 from beyond the arc, and had the and one opportunity. She also had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and did have 2 personal fouls. 13 points for the 6th man, and a performance for her well-deserved. Unfortunately, she did walk off late in the 4th quarter with an injury that we do not know what the injury is at the moment. But hopefully fast recovery. Maybe it was just a sprained ankle from what it looked like, and we hope to see her next week. For player of the game, you know, it wasn't the usual high-scoring effort from Martin or Moyaki, as neither one of them hit double digits. As the only 3 people in double digits were Jordan, Ventling, and Richardson. Kristen Baldwin had only 6, but she did back that up with 10 rebounds, had 6 offensive rebounds and 4 defensive rebounds. Didn't have a block this game, which is what we're so used to seeing. We're so used to seeing her getting her hand in front of the shot and being able to deny. But we didn't see that at all today, but it was still a great overall performance from our Lady Trailblazers. And if I had to give it to somebody, I think I'd give it to Tremina Jordan. You know, she came off the bench, only played 21 minutes, scored 13 points, able to get 2 big threes and an and one opportunity, and she played lights out. She did get her season average in minutes, and I still think she did a phenomenal job coming off the bench. Mariah Martin only had 5 shots, Moyaki 3 for 9. So under their season average for the both of them. And Kesley Stevenson 3 for 11, 2 for 9 from 3-point land, and then as a team shot 30% from beyond the arc, 32.3 to be exact, and that is exactly what you need. That's the goal. 30% is the goal that you want to hit for the game, and they exceeded that one. They had 10 3-pointers in this game, And for the Vulcans, they went 8 for 16 from beyond the arc, but they did go 36% for the entire game, only shooting 36%, and the Lady Trailblazers shooting 41.7% for the game. And that will do it for the final conclusion of our women Trailblazer basketball game, as they were victorious by a score of 72-52. We're going to hand this one over to Carrick Stegmiller and Devin Dixon, who will be doing the men's game on 97.7. For the men, who are on a 10-game winning streak right now, they look unstoppable right now. Can they finish out the season undefeated? We will see. 21 minutes until tip-off, so come on down, get a white shirt from the front of the Burns Arena and make some noise, because we're going to need it. For myself, guaranteed James Garrett, and all my listeners out there from TuneIn, from CEC TV, or Radio Dixie 91.3, I thank you, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Actually, I'll see you tomorrow if you're going to listen to softball right over at Carl Brooks Field. 12:30 is the first pitch, but next time for basketball will not be for Monday, February 19th. We'll be right back here in the Burns Arena, and that is going to do it. And aloha.